So let me tell you how I've been on Twitter lately. I've been on Twitter and I've been on Twitter and I've been on Twitter and I'm just so sick and tired of how people are just so arrogant. Like people are just so arrogant and people rather be arguing than educate. Like I don't get it. Like what is the point of you like trying to argue and not educate? Like for example, right? Like I keep getting called transphobic because like 2 years ago I used the word tranny. But this is my thing, right? I didn't know that word, like I didn't know that was a word that you cannot use, especially because my trans friends use it. And as growing up, my parents never told me that was a bad word. You know, there's bad words that your parents teach you that you're not supposed to say. Nobody taught us that. Nobody taught us that in our school. In our school, they let us know what type of words you can use. They never taught me that. You know what I'm saying? They never taught me that. So how am I supposed to know? So because I used the word that I didn't know that you were not supposed to say, you're going to label me something. Why don't you educate me and say, hey, you know you're not supposed to use that word. You know that's a, how you say that word? Derogatory? Derogatory? Derogatory, whatever the fuck the word is. If that's a bad word to say, why don't you educate people? Why is it that you got to like bash them and label them something that they not? Because to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck what you do for a living. That's not my problem. I don't give a fuck who you like. I don't give a fuck what you want to be. Who am I to judge somebody or care about what somebody do when I'm a fucking freak bitch? So I definitely can't care. And then everybody, let me tell you something. I've even been talking to this guy like that. And that's just because personal problems. But I'm not going to let somebody call him homophobic when I know that he's not. And I'm saying this because I see him around these people, around gays, and he treats them with the same respect he treats everybody. He never acts uncomfortable, and he just don't care. And then when I asked him, like, when I started seeing all this fuel, and I was even talking to him, I called him, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Why would you use that word? He literally told me, I didn't even know that was a word for gays. Like, he just really told me, like, I didn't. And it has a different vocabulary. It has a different vocabulary on the dictionary. Now, if that's a word that you guys said that is a bad word for gays, I never even heard that word in the first place. Why don't y'all educate people about it? A lot of people are not aware about what's wrong or right in the LGBT community. And that's the thing. Like, it's like, why don't we do things to educate instead of bashing and trying to label somebody that they not? If you go to let me tell you something. If you go to a country like where my parents is from, they don't even give a fuck. They kill people for being gay. They kill people for being this. My sister constantly told me how people be judging her when she holds her wife's hand. And me myself, I have gay friends and I have trans friends, and I see how sometimes they get treated, and I do not like that shit. So, and the thing is that it's like, why don't people speak up? And why don't we tell our gossip pages like the Shade Room, like Ball Alert, our big pages? Why don't we tell them, why don't they educate us on what's right for the LGBT community? Or like let people that are not as aware more about the LGBT community, or like things that are bad words, because there's certain words that people don't know that is bad. Like when I said the word tranny, I did not know that was a bad word, because trans people use it, and let's not front like they don't. Let's not front like they don't. The word queer, this guy told me he didn't even know that meant that shit. A lot of people know what the F word means, but there's certain words that people are not aware of. There's a new generation. This is a new generation. This is a new millennium. So, in the new millennium, there's so many new developed words that you're not supposed to say here, you're not supposed to say there. So educate people about those words. Instead of just automatically bashing them. Our parents never taught us this shit. Our schools never teach us that these are bad words. I was raised in the Bronx. In classroom, I'm not gonna say fuck you, bitch, shit like that. Those are the type of words that when I was growing up that they told us not to say. In our school, they teach us to say that the N-word you cannot say. Stuff like that. So it's like they didn't teach us certain words that you cannot say. So if you guys feel like there's certain words that thing, educate. The first thing you should do is educate. Let's educate each other. Let's educate each other so we can know what's right and what's wrong. Not just automatically bash and make somebody feel or call somebody something that they're not. Because when you constantly call somebody that, you're gonna make them want to be that. You're gonna constantly make them want to be that. Like there was a point. Nah, forget it. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Like I made my point. I feel like I made a perfect point. Like I know that I'm making a perfect point. And I feel like some people are gonna try to agree. And if you don't disagree, it's because you just want to think. You just want to keep arguing. You want to think. And I'm so tired of the arguing and the back and forths and the debates. Like, what is the point of the debates? What is the point of you debating and this, and that? You're not educating. And that's what's important, to educate. Period. Well, I said what I said. I said what I said.